Imagine yourself living your most authentic life. You're giving yourself permission to be who you truly are. You're not playing small or you're not people pleasing, and you're not shaming yourself for being different from others. You've actually figured out how to deal with other people's projections on you, and you are fully embracing your gift of authenticity. You're showing up authentically in every way. Okay, you're imagining that, but of course you might be wondering, how am I actually doing that? How do I actually live authentically? And this is what I'm going to explore today. And I'm going to be answering this question by diving deep into the Codon Ring of Fire. Welcome to the third portal to miracles. This is episode 3.2 of my series. In the last episode, in 3.1, I talked about the gift of authenticity. And today I'm diving deeper into what nurtures this gift and what shuts it down. And towards the end of this recording, I'm going to talk about the secret ingredient that actually reactivates the gift of authenticity and expands it 10 times. And I'm using the Codon Ring of Fire to find these answers. I'm diving into the codon rings, as I mentioned in my introduction episode to this series. I'm using the codon rings as a structure, as a sandbox for me to play in and to find answers to some important questions. And if you want to follow along with my journey, I have a guidebook, a guide map. You can download it in the comments under this video. And today, let's dive into the third portal to miracles with the Codon Ring of Fire. Now, the Codon Ring of Fire only has two gene keys, gene key 14 and gene key 1. But somehow it took me so much time to actually contemplate this. It's a big one. The Codon Ring of Fire is a big one. Now I'm going to start today with the shadows. The shadow of gene key 14 is compromise. And compromise is all about being disconnected from the things that bring us joy, that make us feel happy, that make us feel that we're actually alive. And compromise is about like putting those things, putting our dreams, our happiness on the back burner and not giving it importance, not believing that we're actually worthy to give our dreams the attention and the importance they deserve. Now, the shadow of gene key 1 is entropy, and entropy is all about like loss of energy. Like you feel just drained, you feel exhausted, you feel totally not fulfilled at the end of the day, even when you're working hard, even when you're busy, even when there's so much going on in life, you just feel stuck. You just it doesn't energize you. Now see how these two shadows, compromise and entropy, how they sort of play together in this codon ring of fire and stop you from living authentically. Because compromise just keeps you enslaved to that idea that you're not worthy, your dreams are not worthy. And entropy keeps you stuck. It just keeps you depleted and drained. Now, on the other hand, every shadow is is the seed of the Siddhi. And the Siddhis, the high frequencies, for gene key 14 is bounteousness. And this is about having the dream. The dream is happening. It's about manifestation. It's related to prosperity. It's like the dream is happening, the fire is burning. And I think that's why like it is called Codon Ring of Fire, because the fire is bright, it's alive, it's completely happening. And um, it's you're it's making you, it's bright, like it's shining bright. And the city of Jinki 1 is beauty. And beauty is expression. It's the result of the energy moving creatively in an authentic way, where the life force inside you is just allowed to express itself. And when it radiates out of you, it is beautiful, it is beauty, because it has that truth in it. It's a reflection of the true life force inside you. Um, and you're just allowing life to do its magic through you. And bounteousness and beauty together, they, when you have them together, this is what someone living authentically radiates. They are creating the they're creating beauty and prosperity around them, because they are allowing the life force inside them to just express, and they're giving it space and energy and attention to express itself. It doesn't mean that they're not doing work. It still requires effort and work, but the work is aligned because it's coming from that place of truth inside. And now we come to the gifts inside this codon ring. And the gift is actually the space on how the shift happens from the shadow to the city. So for Gene Key 14, the gift is competence. And competence is actually about choosing the dream, choosing the vision, and believing in yourself that you have the that the dream is possible, believing that you can make the dream possible. And it's again, it's not an instant thing. It would require effort, it would require attention, it would require like patience. But the key here is choosing the dream, choosing um, the truth, choosing your life to be aligned with your truth. And the gift of Gene Key 1 is freshness. And what is freshness? Freshness is about being creative. Creative means creating something which has not been created before. It's it's really allowing the life force, again, same as beauty is the expression of the life force, and freshness is the allowing of the life force to move through you, to be expressed through you. So it's the process of creativity. And what it requires, like it requires this courage to try things out, to be willing to do mistakes, to go in places where you've not went before, um, to, go against the stream. And together, competence and freshness, they play together to radiate your authentic truth, because again, you are coming from that place of trusting the dream inside you and believing that you actually have what it takes to make the dream happen. So this is, in a nutshell, a very quick summary of the Codon Ring of Fire. And notice the name, fire. What is fire? Fire is like, it's the state of being alive. It's some, it's creating. It's um, it's you creating your vision. It's making it real. And um, there is a certain pain when you are stuck in the shadows. If you remember the shadow of compromise and the shadow of entropy, there's always this pain of living an unfulfilled life. And that's how, when you're not coming from that authentic place, you feel that unfulfillment. Now, the reason that it is so hard to choose the gifts, to be in the gifts, is that there's a certain fear, there's a certain pain, and it's the pain um, of living with the fear of being truly seen. So, what does that mean? Is that whether you're seen by others or whether you see yourself, there's this fear of seeing yourself in a state of again being stuck and compromising, and you're afraid that others might see you in that state. But the thing is, you need to accept that these states are the starting point. It's okay to start there. It's where we start. Living, uh, compromising is where we start. Uh, and being stuck, being with no energy is where we start. And it's okay to start there. The thing that stops us from actually moving out of that place is just being afraid of seeing ourselves there and allowing others to see us there. Now, here's the thing, this fear never goes away. It's always gonna be there because other people will judge us. We will also judge ourselves. The mind will always have judgments. And when we are being authentic, when we are being in the gift of authenticity, the mind will always judge that. It can't help itself. That's what the mind does. It will always judge it. And we will always feel the fear that we're being judged. If we allow ourselves to be seen, then we will be judged. And again, judged by others or judged by us, by our internal, critic or our mind. But as I said, the gift of authenticity is really important because the again the fulfillment, and I want you to see the challenge as an opportunity here. The fear becomes an opportunity. How do you catch the fear? When you become aware that you are wearing a mask, when you become aware that you're pretending to be someone you're not, when you're thinking twice about something, that is a signal to you that you're at the edge. And the opportunity is here to be aware of this mask that you're putting on and to be okay with the fear that comes up and embrace it and start there and choose the gifts in that space. There is like a tension between who you are, your authentic self, but also on how safe you feel expressing that in the world. And that is an ongoing conflict. Like, you want to express your truth, but you fear being rejected or judged. And it, you will always feel this tension, and it will make you hide or put up the mask. It will make you overthink. And if you do receive the judgments of others, you will feel emotionally hurt. You will feel misunderstood. Um, and sometimes, like, you will feel frustrated and, yeah, sort of a deep resentment. But again, the invitation is to be okay with that space and then to choose the gift. Choose the gift of being authentic, of really following your truth and being loyal to your truth and to what brings you joy and to your dreams. Um, and the pain that comes with it is actually the initiation, and it will lead you to freedom. That's where you start. Now, the gift of authenticity, as I said, it's one of the most important gifts that you can have in your life, that you can embrace in your life. What causes this gift to dim down is usually unresolved emotional wounds from the past. Like, where in the past you've had experiences where you were rejected or betrayed or, abandoned or shamed for when you expressed your truth. So what happened is that you put up your defensiveness and you put up your emotional, walls, and you've just disconnected from your authenticity. And the other thing that continues to dim this gift down is when you start seeking external approval, like you look for others to tell you that it's okay, instead of you giving yourself approval and giving yourself permission to go after what you want. Um, so you get trapped in the comparison that others' expectations or like your own conditioning of the expectations of others. And the last thing that dims this gift down a lot is the external distractions, like the many distractions in our life where we over identify with how achievement is supposed to look like, with, image, the material success, the busyness of life, and all these distractions just take our attention away from our authentic soul truth. Now, to reactivate this gift and expand it, what we need is self-care. And before you say, oh, self-care, let me define self-care for you. Self-care is about really tuning in to how we're feeling on a holistic level, bringing in every single inch of us, our body, our mind, our heart, our energy, just bringing it all in and meeting it with appreciation and love, and creating this capacity inside us for um, this capacity to go after our dreams. Without self-care, we cannot build the capacity. We cannot build the confidence. Um, it, it will be so much easier to put on the mask when we feel that we don't have the capacity. And when I say capacity, it's at all levels: physical capacity, emotional capacity, mental capacity, energetic capacity. It's like bringing your whole being together and allowing it to be aligned and caring for it that way. This is what gives you the ability to be like very honest with yourself, um, and very discerning on where you're at, And it allows you to start embodying your authenticity. Because first of all, you're coming from that place of self-worth. You know your self-worth. You have self-belief. You know your truth. You're confident. And then you have the capacity to build on that confidence and to take actions that are aligned with your truths, with your dreams, to speak words that are aligned. And then automatically you become magnetic to the opportunities that would make your dreams come true. And like in the end, this leads you to a full embodiment, and you turn into congruent being where um, you're completely aligned. Your actions, the way you live, is completely aligned to your authentic truth, and you're you're fulfilled. You're living a fulfilling life. Now, to help you with bringing self-care into your life, there's this mantra that I use. I am here in full body, heart, mind, and soul. And I repeat this to myself whenever I feel decentered, whenever I feel triggered, or whenever I get distracted by life. When I bring in everything, my body, my heart, my mind, my soul, when I bring back everything into the present moment, it's this is the start of self-care. It's like coming back to the present, taking a deep breath, and regathering all the parts of me. It's like all the parts of me which might have got scattered during the day. I'm just regathering them and bringing them back into full alignment. To end here, as we are uh, exploring the Codon Ring of Fire. Now, before I end, I do want to say that fire, what does fire need to keep burning? It needs standing. And this is self-care. Self-care is just about tending to the fire of life inside you. And to end, I have a few reflection prompts. Again, do these with non-judgment and with radical self-honesty. Ask yourself, where do I pretend or hide parts of myself to feel safe or to feel accepted? And this prompt will give you a hint to where you're still not seeing your worth, where you're still not valuing the parts of you, where you're still seeking approval from others instead of returning to your authentic truth. And now I want you to complete this sentence. Embodying my truth starts with this one small step. Just allow yourself to journal freely and see what comes up. I'll leave you with these, and I will see you next time. Thank you.